Hello everyone and welcome to the void between reality and the land of heckin' nerds. My name is Brian, aka He of the Void, and today we are going to be taking a look at the Age of the Primes deluxe class Solus Prime. And yeah, I'm not gonna lie guys, this figure has issues, and this is not necessarily going to be a glowing review. I picked this toy up a couple days ago. I have been playing with it, and to say I'm not impressed and to say this toy is extremely frustrating is an understatement. Solus Prime here is indeed one of the original 13 Primes. This is the first real figure we've gotten of Solus Prime. And, yeah, it's not great. I'm just going to say right off the bat, this is not a great figure. My main problems will become apparent during the transformation, as well as posability. But my biggest complaint, she's really small. Like, she's really small. Like, I have Prima Prime here. Look at how much taller Prima Prime is than his sister Solus. Like, it's almost a complete head taller. That's one of my big problems. It's like, I don't think that the primes, the 13 original primes, should be anything shorter than a Voyager class. Why would you put such important characters to the lore at the lowest size class? Well, I mean, they're not doing core class anymore, but so this is the smallest size class, and I don't understand why she is a deluxe. Why is she not at the very least a Voyager? Anyway, we will give you the customary look at the noggin. It is a nice noggin. Noggin is nice. Fortunately, I do not have the problem of having a stress mark on the hair, which apparently a lot of people do. I do have a stress mark in a more worrying area, which is why this is probably going to be the last time this figure is transformed. But luckily, I don't have the stress marks on the hair. As for posability, her arm rotation at the shoulder, mushroom peg at the elbow, bend at the elbow. Interestingly, her hands are on a ball, or her fists are on a ball joint, which will come in handy when I show you the accessory, and I'll show you that after the posability because I forgot to show you the hammer. Waist can do a full 360. Her skirt can come up. It's on 3 separate hinges, but that's more or less for transformation. And then she can kick forward that far, rotation at the hips, and back that far because the kibble gets in the way. Then bend at the knee and a rotate. Yeah. Here we find one of the biggest problems about this figure. This figure has one of the worst cases of the fall aparts that I have ever seen on an officially licensed Transformer. Now, while it does not have out and outright parts leprosy, these panels will fall off. As you saw, the ankle will come off. These, don't even get me started on these shoulder pads. Anything that could possibly pop off will, because of the abundance of mushroom pegs. I mean, at least the ones up on the arms are double mushroom pegs, so they're less likely to come off, but a single mushroom peg on the ankles, are you kidding me? Am I fighting a one-man war? Am I fighting a one-man war against friggin' mushroom pegs. But yeah. Oh, and she has an ankle tilt or pivot, whatever you want to call it. Now, being Solus Prime, or actually first, she is decently posable, I guess. But there's nothing really special here. I mean, I like the coloring on the robot mode, but guys, this just isn't that great. I'm not going to lie to you. Let me just say right off the bat, this transformation is an absolute joy and in no way makes me want to throw this figure against the frickin' wall. But we'll get to that in a moment. Now, being Solus Prime, she does indeed come with the hammer, the forge of Solus Prime, in which she uses it to forge weapons for the Primes, as well as forge other Transformers. And that can go in her hand by taking off the hammerhead. And then we just slide that on the bottom up like that. Then we can put the hammerhead back on. And she can hold her hammer, the forge of Solus Prime. I do like the hammer. This is where the ball joint in the wrist comes in hard. And I will admit, I do like the fact that this is ball jointed at the wrist. I feel like whenever a character has something like an axe or a sword that should be like able to be held in both hands, the ball jointed wrists, I do very much appreciate, because it allows her to hold her hammer in both hands. There goes one of these stupid panels on the arms. But you can then get her into various hammer time poses, which is nice. And it comes in 3 separate pieces. But it is a nice hammer. Hammer is nice. Nice hammer. So we'll take that out of her hand as we get into the absolute delight that is this thing's transformation. I am going to do my absolute level-headed best not to cuss throughout this transformation, because this transformation makes me want to throw this figure against the dang wall. So first things first, we will open said panels that like to pop off. I should not have... Take a shot every time I pop something off. You won't have a liver anymore. So we'll reattach that panel. Then just pull the fists in like that. Do the same on the other side. Like that. And we'll just leave that there for now. Next, we will come to her skirt. Lift up the skirt. And then we're going to fold these 2 pieces down for a moment. Turn that all the way around and then pull that back up. Then we're going to take the waist and turn that 180 like so. Then we're going to come to the feet and hope to God that the feet don't pop off as you are trying to transform this damn thing. You will open up this wheel. You will fold in the foot, close that wheel back up, turn turn it like this so that this part is going in. Then you're going to fold it up on this hinge and then fold it up on the knee hinge. And there's a tab here and a hole here. And you're going to try and slot that in without breaking off the foot. Come on. There we go. And we'll do the same on the other side. Open up that wheel. Fold in. I said fold in the foot. Thank you. Close up that wheel. Turn the foot. Fold it up on both hinges. Like so. And then just peg that into place. Knock the other side off. And then we can snap the legs together. I said snap the legs together. Thank you. Like so. Then we're going to come to the back. And I did this wrong already. I always forget that you're supposed to do this first. You're going to fold out this panel on the back. And I don't know how well you're going to be able to see, but this panel here is already getting stress marks, which is why this figure is not going to be transformed again. Well, that, and because this transformation makes me want to kill someone. Then we'll fold her head back. You want to do that step first. I screwed up on that, and then we'll just fold that in. Now, for the absolute unmitigated joy that is trying to transform this thing's arms. You're going to come over here to this panel. You're going to swivel this panel. And it doesn't really show where it's going to lock in. You're just going to feel it lock in like that. Then we're going to fold the arm down, pop off the panel. Then we're going to take this shoulder piece and we're going to try to fold this little shoulder panel on all of these hinges so that you can slide and pop off the panel. Oh my God, I hate this figure. You're going to struggle and scream and kick and rant and curse as you try to get this shoulder piece You're going to then struggle to put this panel back in. Then you're going to again attempt to get the shoulder piece to go up over and sit flush so you... You're going to get that panel back situated. Then you are going to pop it off for the third time. Situate this panel so that it somehow manages to stay flat and flush. Then you're going to peg in this panel for the third or fourth time. I've lost count already, and now it's not going in, and now I want to throw this figure against the frickin' wall. You can see right there, I don't know how well you can see, but there is a stress mark right there where I am afraid this stupid thing is going to break, and I'm going to have a conniption. Okay. Oh my. Take a shot every time this pops off. Okay, Brian. Okay. We put this panel back in. Sorry for all the if you can hear all the footsteps upstairs. Someone's just coming into the house. Pop it out again. Okay. So once you get the arm all situated, which it appears we finally have, you will come and push this up and peg it into place. There. Then we will put this stupid piece of garbage panel back in, like so, and then that will peg in on that side. Then we'll do the same thing with the other arm. As the panel pops off, come over here, we'll fold the arm down. Actually, first, it's easier if you... Here's one of my favorite things. My just favorite thing about this figure. These stupid shoulder panels that go on these little pegs that are completely bendable. So you have to spend 20 minutes trying to get this stupid shoulder piece back on. Like so. Then we can fold the arm down and have the joy of trying to finagle this stupid frickin' thing over the arm, push the panel in, clip everything in, flip this up, like so, and then you have the truck mode. I do not like this truck mode. I don't hate it, it's just not a great truck mode. I don't like it. It just feels really gappy. It just feels half-baked and unfinished. I don't like it. I don't like it. I just honestly don't like this vehicle mode. It can roll though, as all rolling things should. You can take the hammer, and there are 2 places you can put, actually 3 places, although one's unofficial. I'll show you that in a minute. There's a little tab here on the hammer and a little slot there so you can peg it in on the side like so, as I can feel everything coming apart again. That looks stupid. You can also take this little gray piece, fold it out, and put it on the top. That looks even dumber. But what Solus Prime found out is that if you finagle this correctly, you can slot it in right between her legs, like so, and have it coming from the back. And I think that looks a lot better. Now, let's go ahead and joyfully transform this stupid thing again, and I'll give you my final thoughts on this pile of crap. Okay, first things first, you're going to painstakingly, or undo the panels that you painstakingly flipped everywhere. Then you'll take this part, and if it decides to frickin' behave itself, you'll pull it around like that, and then flip this little purple panel in. What am I saying purple panel? Everything's purple in this figure. Do the same on the other side. Pop off another panel. Pop off the shoulder piece. Uno momento. Okay, pop off the shoulder piece, or pop back on the shoulder piece. Fold this out and up just to give you some clearance. Actually, just keep the arms like that for now. Then we're going to come down to the legs, unpeg everything if they haven't already unpegged, because nothing on this figure is tight. Nothing on this figure wants to go in the right position. Everything wants to fly off. Open up the leg, fold out the foot, fold the tire. Same on the other side, like so. Then come back here, actually turn the waist around. Then you can come back here, fold out the head, fold in this panel, close that back, push in the arms, turn the feet around, fold out the fists, reposition the shoulders, and there you go. Oh, take the skirt, flip it out, turn this piece 180, and then just fold it around, and then we can reposition my favorite part of the figure, the shoulder pads. Then we can give her her hammer, like so, and there you go, you have her back in robot mode. My final thoughts on the figure. Do I recommend this figure? Absolutely not. I do not recommend this figure unless you are like me and you want representations of all 13 of the primes. Otherwise, this is absolutely a skip. Do not buy this figure unless you are trying to collect all the primes like I am. This figure is garbage. The robot mode is okay. I do not like the vehicle mode. It just feels underbaked and half finished. I don't like how small she is. The transformation makes me want to put my fists through the wall. And all of the popping of the panels and the mushroom pegs And all of this stuff is starting to get stress marks. I am never transforming this figure again. I am putting this figure on a shelf and frickin' leaving it there because I do not like this figure. Unless you are getting all of the primes, skip this figure. It's garbage. On that note, I am asking you to like, comment, and subscribe. Check out all my links down below for all the places you can find me and support me. Please buy me something off of my Amazon wish list for putting up with this figure. I'd very much appreciate getting a toy that doesn't make me want to throw something against the wall or put my fist through it. And remember, growing old is mandatory. Growing up is optional. Be curious, be playful, and above all else, be kind, and I will see you in next time. To hell with this figure.